In this video, I'm gonna show you how I got the trunk from this to looking like this. So here we go. Welcome back, YouTube. So the day has come to work on this trunk. So I've had this car for about 1.5 years and I have not removed these mats. I do not know what's under them. I really don't. So we're gonna do that live right now. See what kind of a mess is in there. So these are, I mean, it's pretty cool. It has the factory mats. But man, oh Lord. Okay, a little surface rust. Don't look terrible. I've never done this. I am dead serious. I have not removed this before. Wow. Throw this away. Let me get in here. I've seen the replacements they sell, and I've seen the one my buddy Lone Star got for his 60, and it's like a rubber, and it still has that same, let me get in here, excuse me. It has that same print on it. It's just in like in a vinyl, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, well, there's no money, so there goes that idea. That one I think is just a cardboard. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a cardboard. It's really good shape. Oh, it goes up top too. Yeah, this one's really nice. Really nice, original. It's got some sound deadening, I guess. Okay. So this is what I'm working with, YouTube. Pretty solid, like the rest of the car, no rust. Well, so the goal is to get this in Raptor. So we gotta clean up this trunk. All of this surface rust, all of this nastiness needs to go. So I'm gonna start with the wire wheel and then see how far we can go with the wire wheel and just go from there, clean it up. After it's done, you know, nice and clean, we're gonna go ahead and get it in epoxy, and then after it's in epoxy, we can go ahead and Raptor it. Well, there you have it. I got everything as clean as I want it. So now I'm gonna hit all this with a wax and grease remover, let it sit for a little while, wipe it down again, and then go straight to epoxy. So that rust that was under that mat was just surface rust. I was able to take it all off, so that worked out really well. I'm just doing a little prep work around here so I can get some plastic sheeting and go ahead and get this ready for epoxy. Got it in a full coat in epoxy. Really heavy coat. So it's still drying up. I'm gonna let this dry overnight. And tomorrow, get to spray with the Raptor. So this is the first thing that's actually gonna get the color of the car. So I'm pretty happy about that. Finally spraying some sort of color. But yeah, that was a bit of a chore getting this trunk cleaned up. I think the inside of the car is gonna go a lot easier than this because this thing was dirty. But yeah, let this dry overnight. Come back tomorrow and we'll be mixing up some Raptor and I'll show you how to do that. Well, I covered this as much as I wanted to, so there's not a whole lot of overspray when it comes to Raptor, but you know, some of that Raptor kind of slings out here and there, and man, this stuff turns into a rock. It's kind of difficult to sand off somewhere you don't need it. So if you can just cover as much as you can or as much as you want, it'll be better. So I'm not worried about overspray. This does let out a really small bit of overspray, but since I have to sand everything all over again, I'm not worried about it. So here we are. Everything's taped up as much as I can, and we are gonna Raptor. So let's come over here. So we got our base coat. This is a smaller one. And our Raptor kit. The Raptor kit, it was eight of these jugs. There's another one. There's 2 more in there with some hardener. And it came with a gun, and it looks like this Raptor may have stepped up their gun game, because now they come with the pressure gauge, which is good. So this is a 8 jug kit with the gun, and it came out to I think it was $290, something like that, shipped. Bought it on Amazon. So this should go pretty quick. Raptor is really messy, so I recommend y'all put some gloves on, because it is very sticky, very sticky. Also, I plan to reduce this a little bit. The last time I did a trunk, it took like four of these, but it was not reduced. The reason I want to reduce it is so the texture won't be so big. So the more you reduce it, the less texture you have. So I think by reducing it, I should get away with probably 3 of them, but if it needs a 4th one, then fine. I bought enough for that very reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up one of these jugs and get it ready and start working. All right, so I got my base coat ready. So you wanna do 3 ounces of base coat per jug. And when the instructions to fill this jug are to the first ridge, this is the ridge. So the Raptor itself is probably about right here. So you're gonna fill it with the hardener to here, to the first ridge. And then you're gonna do your 3 ounces of base, and it's gonna be almost all the way full. So don't forget to throw a nut or a bolt in there. Close it, shake it really, really good, and then you're ready to spray it. I will be adding reducer to that jug. So first, I'm gonna spray the inside of these quarter panels. As you can see, it already has some type of Raptor, you know, from the factory. So I'm gonna spray this so it can have that same texture. And once I get a little bit low on the jug itself, maybe about halfway, I'll throw some reducer in there, because the floor and the rest of it is where I do not want a whole lot of texture. So I'm gonna put the texture here, a little bit less on the floor itself. Well, there you have it. Easy money. So spraying this took maybe about 45 minutes, maybe, if that. Pretty easy. I mean, the longest thing was prepping the trunk, getting all that surface rust off. So, I mean, all in all, I think yesterday, from the time I uncovered this floor till the time I epoxied it, was about 3.5 hours. And that's only because of the surface rust. You know, if you guys have new floors or clean floors, I mean, this will go way quicker. Now I know my trunk is 100% protected. I know most of this is gonna get covered anyways, but now I have an oil-resistant floor, chip-proof. It's not gonna chip with anything. And it also adds some sound deadening at the same time. So there's a lot of benefits to running Raptor. This stuff is gonna definitely outlast me, you know, so. Next, we're gonna do the inside of the car, but I have to cut the tunnel. So that's gonna be a whole nother video, but I guess an overview on the Raptor. So you want to fill with hardener up to this ridge, again, is what they call it. And if you're doing tinnable, which obviously doing tinnable, do 3 ounces of your base coat. And you could reduce it a little bit just so you won't have so much texture, and it'll also stretch your material at a reducer. So this whole trunk only took 3 of these. And the last time I did this, I forgot what year car it was, but it took 4 of them, and I didn't use any reducer. So I mean, I got a whole bottle left, you know, from what I thought was going to be 4 full bottles. It might need a touch up here and there, maybe small little things that I'll see once the whole thing is dry, but it's not worth opening another bottle right now. So if and when I find those things, you know, I'll touch them up when I do the floor on the inside and just be done with it. So for the inside of the floor, that one seems a little bit bigger, so maybe that one will take 4, but we'll see. We'll see, but I'm real happy with the results. I mean, something you can do yourself in your garage, you know, easy. All this stuff is just time consuming. But I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, 10 being the most difficult, maybe a 3. Man, it looks good. I'm real happy with the results. It's gonna have a real nice sheen to it. And man, I'm excited. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Hopefully y'all learned something. All you need is very basic tools to do this kind of work. If you have any kind of questions, let me know in the comment section and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I'll catch you on the next one.